Saṃyutta Nikāya 12.15 Kaccānagotta Sutta. Kaccāna. Translated from the Pāli by Maurice O'Connell Walsh. At Savatthi, the Venerable Kaccāna asked the Blessed One, right view, it is said, Lord. In what way, Lord, is there right view? The world in general, Kaccāna, inclines to two views, existence or to non-existence. But for him who, with the highest wisdom, sees the uprising of the world as it really is, non-existence of the world does not apply. And for him who, with the highest wisdom, sees the passing away of the world as it really is, existence of the world does not apply. The world in general, Kaccāna, grasps after systems and is imprisoned by dogmas. But he does not go along with that system grasping, that mental obstinacy and dogmatic bias, does not grasp at it, does not affirm, this is myself. He knows without doubt or hesitation that whatever arises is merely dukkha, that whatever passes away is merely dukkha, and such knowledge is his own, not depending on anyone else. This Kaccāna is what constitutes right view. Everything exists. This is one extreme view. Nothing exists. This is the other extreme. Avoiding both extremes, the Tathagata teaches a doctrine of the middle. Conditioned by ignorance are the formations. Conditioned by volitional formations is consciousness. Conditioned by consciousness is name-form. Conditioned by name-form is the sixth sense base. Conditioned by the sixth sense base is contact. Conditioned by contact is feeling. Conditioned by feeling is craving. Conditioned by craving is grasping. Conditioned by grasping is becoming. Conditioned by becoming is birth. Conditioned by birth is decay and death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and distress. So there comes about the arising of this entire mass of suffering. But from the complete fading away and cessation of ignorance, there comes the cessation of the formations. From the cessation of the formations comes the cessation of consciousness. From the cessation of consciousness comes the cessation of name-form. From the cessation of name-form comes the cessation of the sixth sense base. From the cessation of the sixth sense base comes the cessation of contact. From the cessation of contact comes the cessation of feeling. From the cessation of feeling comes the cessation of craving. From the cessation of craving comes the cessation of grasping. From the cessation of grasping comes the cessation of becoming. From the cessation of becoming comes the cessation of birth. From the cessation of birth comes the cessation of decay and death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and distress. So there comes about the complete cessation of this entire mass of suffering. End of Kaccānagotta Sutta.